there's so many people in the world like that, though. Like,
yeah, you can tell them over and over and over, like, dude, it's different. Well, I told him, like, Chad, you were younger, and we talk shit all the time like that, where we spent literally a very, very good amount of our time talking shit with each other.
yeah,
That was when we were younger and didn't have lives or priorities or responsibilities and
right.
time that we need to be working on our careers, investing into bettering ourselves in our careers. On top of it, he has a kid, and he's fucked up right now. Like,
Right. Well, even like me, you fuck around with your buddies once in a while. Like, you don't get a fucking
every single day,
daily priority.
yeah, daily priority to say something about everything that you don't even need to say, that there isn't even anything to say about. You just talk shit because you're a hater, because you don't have it.
That's what it turned in. It was just
It was because I mean, obviously you live in a small ass town that don't have anything filled with fucking farms, and the guy's out there filled with a bunch of stuff to do, lots of women, you know, and goes places and does things, and you know, and isn't fucked up, isn't fucking all fucked up, and doesn't have a fucking kid that he don't even raise himself with his parents raise him at the time. So I'm like, dude, I explained it to him twice, and then after twice, I gave him couple chances. Like, I gave him like 2 or 3 chances. I explained it to him, you know, we're not young and dumb anymore. When we were young, we didn't have priorities. I told him we weren't trying to better ourselves and work on our careers. We're not trying to. We don't have responsibilities and bills and time to waste every single day, multiple times during the day for fucking a while each time. Right. Like, that's just a waste. That's just anyone. I mean, kids, a lot of kids don't even do that shit.
No, I don't want to prioritize in school.
Yeah. People don't talk shit that much. No one that's doing anything decent. I know, there's a lot of kids. There's even a lot of kids like us when we were younger that don't even talk shit like that much. Nothing compared to that.
Yeah,
and so like,
hater is what it is.
Right, it is. It's like it's hate. That's why I had sympathy for him, because I know he's fucked up. So, you know, he's in that town stuck. He had to follow his parents, help him to help. He was forced into he was coerced into helping his parents throughout their lives, doing stuff they wanted. He had to build a house, remodel a house. He got a house, but he's stuck in a small town. He don't want to be there. He would always complain about it when we were there. Like, he's said it multiple times. It's not something that's not known that he didn't want to be there forever, you know. Who wants to be in a small ass town since they're in their, you know, he's been there since I was 21 when I was living in New London.
Right.
Like, who wants to be in a small ass town? And on top of it, you just came from a small ass town just like it. Yeah. It actually went even worse, because he went from Wyega to Tustin, then to fucking Poisippi. So Tustin is even smaller. So, like, obviously, you know, you're going to talk shit about where you're at. You don't want to be there. Like,
you want to be, you know, that's like a retirement place, somewhere you go when you get older.
Yeah, if he could sell his house, if his parents weren't there, he would sell his house. If his parents didn't care what he did,
right.
If they said do whatever you want, but you know, he's always been under his parents' wing, and you know, not working for payroll, he's always gotten money from his parents helping them. And so, it turned him into a big hater, because he sees everyone else's freedoms. They can go off and do what they want, work where they want, fucking. He's also not completely really bright, like he's all there. He's smart, he knows. He's smart in certain aspects, but like active in certain things. But he's not there to where he's like, I'll talk about parents, I'm not going to do that, I'm going to talk about us. He's not like that. He's, you know. And I'm saying he's not like that as in he's not wanting to disown his parents. No, he's really not like that. He's not smart enough to be that. Like, that's how he is, like, mentally. stuck in there. Well, it's not that he doesn't. Yeah,
Oh,
because that's not disowning your parents by
Right.
wanting to move and do what you want. That's not.
No, it's just,
No, it has nothing to do with that. He's just not bright enough to do that because he's stuck doing it. He's been doing it for so long, so he's like, whatever. When really, he doesn't realize you can fucking be just as happy anywhere else. Not listening to your parents, helping your parents doing what they want when you want. Stuck in a little ass town. Like, it's like, so, I had told him, I was like, this ain't when you're young and dumb anymore. We got, that's our time. Because he would say, when I would say I'm done talking shit, he would say, well, everyone knows we're just fucking around. And, we know we're just fucking around. It's not a big deal. We know we've been talking shit since we were young. A lot of people can't take that shit, but we always been able to just do it. I'm like, yeah, but the fact of the matter is that you don't realize we're wasting our time. They don't give a shit. You're right. They don't give a shit because they ain't wasting their time. They're not. They're getting a laugh out of it, and they're realizing they see us doing that all the time. We're wasting a good amount of time because it adds up. That few minutes throughout that day, a couple times a day, that adds up into days and then weeks and months and years, and then 30 years down the line, we just wasted a few months.
Yeah.
A few months of our lives because we want to talk shit. Like, that adds up. A lot of shit like that people add up that people don't realize. Like, that's why I do certain things, little things. I don't know what the top of my head right now. But certain little things like that I won't do because I realize it adds up. Like, not talking shit, but just like anything.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like,
fucking losing sleep. You don't get proper sleep. You keep doing that every fucking day.
People think they get more time out of life by doing it, but they don't realize your quality of time of life goes down.
Right.
And then it wasn't even worth it because you didn't even enjoy the time that you were up.
Energy level goes down.
Yeah.
Fucking people get tired, they get crabby, they can't think properly.
Yeah, it's...
I see it at work all the time. Everybody fucking just overworking themselves, and then they're crabby all the fucking time. Like,
yeah, the foundry does that shit big time. Makes people order, and that's the thing. That's why I don't get any overtime there.
it's a bad work environment.
Overtime there, it should be less than 40 when you work at a place that has decent money, good money.
Yeah.
That overtime work, that shit's not worth it because that time is better invested into having your employees rested and rejuvenated and refreshed. Because they're not making $10 an hour minimum wage. They're not just getting by. I can see on the top you hardly like our part-time where you just...
Well, no, like, you could make a guy work a 12-hour shift 5 days a week or an 8-hour shift 5 days a week. You're going to get the same amount of work out of that guy.
Right.
Just because he's overtired, so he's not working as hard. Not doing it as much, or he's taking more breaks because he's tired.
But the thing about it, it's not always compared to that same weeks either in that same work. It's in the long run because your employees, you want to stay for forever. People don't want to stay with a company where they're working overtime a lot or over. They want when it comes to overtime is based off of when you want it, when you need it.
Yeah,
so if they want it, they want to stay, and then how much ever. If they want to stay a half an hour, 2 hours, I've been at places.
You want, yeah.
You got to work till 10 then, all right, 12.
Yeah.
Well, why can't I stay an extra hour, hour and a half, 2 hours, hour and 12 minutes? I've been at places that were like that though, where I could work whatever.
Yeah.
I've been at
it makes it a good job, or a better place to work.
Yeah.
And it's like, they wonder why their fucking turnover rate's so high, man.
Yep. And they lose then by that.
Yeah.
They lose. They say, oh, we need to make up for it. That's how you're losing. You're pushing people.
Yeah, they're doing it to themselves.
Yeah, you're losing by working that overtime. Have no overtime ever, and maybe it'll take you a year or two to see the difference. But it's not a consistent thing. Then it's not consistently year after year after year. 20 years later, you're still,
Yeah. always short on people because people quit because they can't take it no more. Fucking
Yeah. Ridiculous. And then, like, I was looking at, like, the minimum wage, like, Biden, he wants to turn the minimum wage federally into 15. It's at 7. It's good, and then I seen a couple people posting how you can't do that, you ruin small businesses and this and that.
yeah, some like little jobs like fucking food trucks and shit.
Right.
They couldn't afford to pay somebody $50 an hour starting off.
Right. I think there's certain language under it though with that. It don't go up. It goes up to 15 an hour, and it goes by how many employees you have and your salaries of your employees.
Right.
I think I looked it up yesterday. I looked it up online last night when I seen that, and I was like, yeah, how would a place that, you know,
like a
little place, like, yeah,
delivering papers.
right. And so I'm like, how would that work out, you know? So I looked it up, and I realized, dude, there's 20 states that have their minimum wage at over $10 an hour. 20 states.
Yeah.
They're 12 to 15 an hour. 7 of them 20 are at 15 an hour. And then there's 11 states that have it at 10 to 12 an hour. There's only 13. Yeah,
ours is still what, 7?
Yeah, there's only 13. Yeah, 13 of us that are 725. 13 states.
Yeah, I know.
That are 725.
Infuse cost of living, like the minimum wage, you have to go over cost of living.
Right. That's fucked up. 13 states out of 50.
Yeah.
How is that being the United States of America when people are starting at a fast food job making $15 an hour, and then in the same country people are going to work at a factory busting their ass making fucking 10?
Yeah,
12.
or like Valley Packaging.
Yeah.
I worked there, dude. It was only like $8 an hour.
Perfect Patterns, $10 an hour, busting your ass. Like all sorts of companies that are like that.
But then they get away with it.
Like,